Hello YouTube. I really gotta stop saying but yeah, today's video, today's vlog, rant, however you want to put it, I actually had two subjects I wanted to talk about, but I'll get on the other subject in a different video because it's completely different. This, I wanted to talk about, hey, what the hell? My dog just ran past me, tried to trip me. I wanted to talk about how I knew about Hmong people. Ooh. Sorry about that. Now I wanted to tell the story about how I knew about it. Now, basically, I have to put this up like this because it's kind of a history lesson. I learned about Hmong people through my ex-wife, but here's the whole story. Around 1998, I believe, 97, 98. Around 97, 98. This was like early days of internet. You know, before then I had no idea what a Hmong person was. I've never heard of that culture, never heard anything on the news, I never seen movies about it, nothing. As far as Asian cultures, all I knew about was, you know, the ones everybody knows. You know, Chinese, Japanese, Thai, Laotian, Filipino, Indonesian, Cambodian, you know, pretty much all of those. You know, the ones that had countries. Now, the way I had to explain it is that, like, okay, this was the early times of the internet. This was back when MTV, dust specks. This was back when MTV had a chat, like a chat room thing called Yak. It was MTV Yak, and you know, that was my introduction to internet, was going on to that website and chatting with people. You know, the base out station that basically was like in a very small rural town. This was when I was in the Marine Corps. There wasn't much to do there. There was no way for me to meet women because that was something I wanted to do back then when I was in the Corps, was meet girls. And, you know, with me being normally being, excuse me, gas. Normally being a shy person, it was hard for me back then to talk to girls face to face. So I discovered going on the internet to talk to people. So I went on Yak, and then after a while chatting on there, this was back during HTML chat days. You know, where to do crazy special stuff, you had to know how to basically do basic hacking shit. So, I first went on that site. Then I found out about another chat site from another friend in the Marine Corps. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was called Go Chat. I don't remember, but it was at the time for me the very first chat room I've experienced that where they had pictures right beside your name. Now it's very different. You could like see pictures and videos and stuff like that in chat room. You know, there's video chats now. Back then that wasn't a big thing. Okay, sorry, I just ate. But I had to point out, okay, from the Go Chat website, I found out about a website called AsianAvenue.com, which was like the days before MySpace and Facebook. That's what basically this website was kind of like. It was like MySpace and Facebook before there was one. And it was for Asian people. And Asian Avenue back then was very, very different. You know, they had people went on a chat room more than doing anything else back then. And you could create, it was the first time you could make your own chat room. It was the first time you could have your own page where you could put pictures and stuff up on. It was, you know, they had it to where they could show videos on there too. But it was like original videos from the Asian Avenue people. You know, it was before YouTube and stuff like that. So, basically, first one on this site, you know, you saw like your usual people and stuff like that. And then, you know, I found girls who I found I'm like flustered right now. Okay. What made me originally sign on to that site is that up until that point, I've never dated Asian women. You know, I've always liked them since a young age, like when I saw Karate Kid Part 2 for the first time. Which I was a little kid then, I was around 8, 9, around the time it came out. But like, what made me sign on was, you know, a chance of meeting some Asian girls to try to date and stuff like that. So, what I signed on and stuff like that. And, you know, other than the usual, it was the first time I saw underrace Hmong for like some of the girls that was on there. Like freaking the site had a lot of Hmong girls on there. And it was the first time I saw that. I didn't know what it was. Yeah, I met my ex-wife on that site. What attracted me to her was the fact that we had the same likes. We both liked comic books. So I thought that was cool, and I started talking to her. And it's funny, on that site, you know, like I said, you can make your own chat room. I would create a chat room called Shadowland. And I used to do this thing where I go into other, while I had that chat room up, I'd go to the other ones and tell girls that if they went into my chat room, I'll make them the queen of Shadowland. And I got a lot of girls that way. And there was other people that went on there because they didn't know why I called it Shadowland. Yeah, I met my ex-wife through this. You know, she was living in Minnesota. I was like on a military base in South Carolina. And like basically got to talk to her and stuff like that. We started off as friends. I didn't talk to her for a while. And then she popped up again, and we talked more. And I was like, I had a girlfriend at the time, but then when I broke up with this girl, I got with my ex-wife. Because the girl I was dating before, basically, you know, like that girl I met through like chat room, like the Go chat room. And basically she bullshitted me the entire time I was with her. So like I broke it off with her after the last straw and got with my ex-wife and started dating her. And because there was something special that, you know, made me feel special when I first, you know, what made me want to have her as my girlfriend. Now, my ex-wife is the one that taught me about Hmong people. You know, during the time I was dating her, like I asked her what was a Hmong person, because I've never heard of it before. You know, because I grew up on the East Coast. And just you barely hear or see of anybody who called himself Hmong where I grew up. You know, I grew up in Virginia, and I grew up, you know, I grew up in Virginia, and also some down in Florida, and I never saw a Hmong person. And what I mean by down in Florida, I mean in Orlando. Now, nowadays, there's much more, and they're everywhere now. You hear about them more. Clint Eastwood did the movie Gran Torino, which also gave exposure to those people. It was Gran Torino. You hear about them on the news and stuff like that, and you're starting to know more about them. I've done videos where I talked about what I learned about Hmong people, like about the history and stuff like that. And, there's the whole thing about my kids being half Hmong. So, this is kind of a thing to basically give them something, I don't know how to explain this, to give something to my kids also, doing videos like this. And, I've actually gained a lot of props for the videos I've done. It's just considered a fact that I'm a non-Hmong person talking about Hmong people. On top of that, I'm not even Asian. I'm talking about Hmong people, and I'm not talking about them in a negative way. I'm talking about them in a positive way, explaining how I know about them, giving props what props is due and stuff like that. It's yes, there are some bad things about Hmong people, but it's like that in any race. For instance, there are Hmong people who are the most racist people you will ever meet. And like I said, there are Hmong people who are some of the racist people you will ever meet. They're not outwardly racist, but they will do it behind your back. A lot of them. Some will tell you to your face, but there are some that basically won't do it to your face. They'll do it behind your back, and a lot of times they'll do it to where they'll speak in Hmong, saying racist stuff about you if you're not Hmong. Not all of them are like that. Some. So don't get me wrong. Some Hmong people are the most racist people you will ever meet in the world. I mean, zero tolerance as far as being racist. There's a lot of them that aren't. When I first got with my ex-wife, her mother, when she first found out that me and my ex-wife were dating, not only that, living together, because we were engaged at the time. When she first found out, she came to our apartment to basically beat up my ex-wife, who was my fiance at the time. She accepted it a little once we had my son, and we were married. So she was like, I can't help anything about that. At the same time, behind my back, she talked so much shit about me, and she would say while I was still married to my ex-wife, oh, why don't you get with the white guy? Or, I know some Hmong people who just got here from Thailand or Laos, and get with them. Hey, sorry, it took me a little bit to get to the ending part of this video. You wouldn't notice it over there on YouTube, but yeah, it took me a few days to get to the end of this. I was gonna say some more stuff, but I completely lost my train of thought over the fact that it took me several days to get to this point, so I forgot. So I guess I'll probably get on that, later. I don't know, because this ended up sounding more like a rant than me explaining stuff, but, that's how this video is going to be about and stuff like that. And, then it's something that I have some news that I have to tell to people who do watch my videos. YouTube has just approved me to monetize my videos. Basically, it means they pretty much gave me a partnership. And I don't know. I'm happy I have it. I don't know how I got it though, but I am very happy I have it. I don't know if YouTube's giving them out to everybody or there was something they saw on my channel or my videos that made them give me the partnership. So, for people who watch my videos, just to let you know, my videos are now set up to where ads can go on them and stuff, and just basically just click on the ads. Every time you click on the ad, I pretty much get paid. So, that's some good news. I will have some more videos coming. I'll probably start trying to do a few creative things to put on my main channel, just so you guys won't have to sit here and look at me talk or see my day-to-day stuff, because my day-to-day stuff is extremely boring. So, I don't know if I'm going to try to do comedy ever again, but I will try to come up with some, with some stuff, with something. No, I won't do the superhero show again. When I ended it, I ended it. That was it. I'm not doing that no more. Mainly because the whole getting in and out of the get up to do each video just was a lot. It took a lot to get into the stuff. It took a lot to get out of it. So I'm not doing that again. I ended it for a reason. On top of that, I've gotten a lot of negative stuff for those videos, even though their videos weren't offensive. I got negative stuff for those videos just because because people thought it wasn't good. So I'm rambling again, but basically I've been given a partnership type thing to where I can put ads on my videos. So if you please, it's on certain videos right now because I'm still trying to get through everything. But basically, just the ones that I have set up with ads on them, just click on the ads and stuff, and pretty much I'll get paid from it. It'll go to my AdSense thing, and once it gets to a certain amount, they'll get a check. Get a check or something. I don't know. I'm still trying to work around that. Well, talk to you guys later. I'll try to have more videos up soon and more better stuff. I mean, as far as the editing, I had to use the crappy flip cam editing stuff, or use the YouTube editing, which isn't crappy, but I'd have to upload the videos individually and put them together on the site, which too much. So yeah, that's it for now, and peace out.